Oke guys, saatnya kita menyaksikan game kedua ya guys ya, di final lower bracket NACT Fall Season antara tim Nact melawan Bloodthirsty King atau BTK-nya Mobazane. Langsung aja kita nonton di game kedua guys, let's go. Dan di sini kita lihat Mobazane memakai hero powernya yaitu Yss Btk. Wow, di hari ini sudah dua kali, ini kedua kalinya guys yang lihat si Yss Btk hyper ya. Sebelumnya itu kita nonton pas era kira tadi guys, dan berhasil menang lagi lawannya pakai itu, bukan era kira pakai YSS guys, musuhnya si Evolve. Oke, di sini lihat Gosu memakai Obvious, Ruby, Lunos, Matilda, dan Martis. Sementara Bloodthirsty King atau BTK ada Edit, YSS, Valentina, Chow, dan Alice. Iya, Martis harusnya bisa early-nya bisa agresif guys. Gosu harus manfaatin, kalau enggak bahaya dia nanti. Kalau enggak harus agresif ya.
Cloud9 actually picked him up. I don't know if that's right. Either way, this is it. Game number 2.
Game number 2 guys. Jangan lupa guys ya, dibantu like-nya ya. Bantu like guys. Ngantuk nih guys. Karena beda 12 jam dia.
But the meta we fell into is the Mobazane meta, the Moba meta. Zane is he's comfortable.
Makin hero meta.
He's able to execute it, but we'll have to see just how well that kind of plays off against these other traditional junglers who's just been a lot more effective. First blood though already. Shark will find LC1 off screen.
Wah, nggak kelihatan guys. Sharknya nge-kill.
Gosu Nighthorde's gonna have to watch out from that. Zia up against Dez. I do think the Ruby should have the upper hand at least early on. Mobazane's gonna have to watch out for that Ruby though, man. Coming in on the YSS, you have to dash in, you have to dash out to take advantage of that passive. So it could be a problem.
Speaking of problems, LC1 Legend very low. I'm gonna go ahead and use that synchro fission. Deal a
Bar.
little bit of chip damage. Here comes the Azura's Wrath from Oh My Foe from the bush. Not going to really hit the mark, but look at the rotations from Zane. He's already working his way toward this turtle. Locked in, connects with the shot on to Oh My Foe as well, ready to take this turtle. We just got to see how effective it is, right? Maybe the Mountain Shockers are going to give him enough vision to kind of spot out where Nighthorde is.
I mean, it's definitely something. The Mountain Shocker, definitely, the vision is nice. It's a plus. I think the big problem with YSS has always been just the mechanic that he has to come in and out.
Fried chicken, Mortal Coil, decimate, double kill. Wah, dipaksain decimate-nya. Mati dong. Hampir mati. Oh, ada Matilda ya.
With the turtle spawned in though, Nighthorde looks to have at least a decent control of this pit. Topside 1v1 matchup though. Zia and Dez putting on a good fight at about 50% HP.
Yeah, and as I was saying, the YSS, he's a squishy hero.
Squishy hero, YSS.
And he doesn't have crazy dashes, and he's not exactly an assassin. He's just in a really weird spot. And when you're going up against big fighters, it's trouble.
Buset, mati sebeli Sky Piercer.
Honestly, I feel like Gosu Nighthorde has the better draft here, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, just with the Martis, right? His whole objective is to pave the early game. He's going to be very aggressive with the anti-CC.
X Ruby.
The decimation. He should be able to burst down anybody with the low HP from the side of BTK. I feel like it's going to be a little bit harder to pull off the composition in terms of drafting from the Bloodthirsty Kings if they do want to find this victory. But, again, this is Zane on something he thrives on, right? Something he's very comfortable on, regardless of if it's the meta. Sometimes comfort outshines the meta. As you are going to see the way the Dragon Connect, though, Mikasa, forced to use the Vengeance, very low, needs to get out of there. Not going to fall. Zane with the Mountain Shocker does not connect as well, and Gosu will disengage.
Gosu Nighthorde, though, does still have river control a little bit. Shark and Hoon trying to do what they can. And I think a lot of this can come down to the way that they play, right? Mobazane is going to need space. So Fly Chick and Shark are going to have to open that up for them.
banyak-banyak kalau
as
darah
well
dikit
when they
ya
get
di si
involved.
mission.
Once BTK can kind of group as a 5, I think the composition will work a lot better. I think Gosu Nighthorde, though, needs to kind of press the gas, right? They have the Martis, they have an advantage, they have the ability to invade. I get it, you're up against Shark, you're up against Hoon, you're up against Mobazane, but you can't let that get in your head. Push the objective, push the enemy.
Right, and it's off to a better start than game number 1. A little bit more equal footing and not a total domination in favor for the Bloodthirsty Kings. And this could be credit to outbanning Zane and not giving him those comfort picks. I mean, just look at how much of a difference it is in terms of the matchup. This is now more of an even game compared to that total domination from game number 1.
Yeah, Thunderbelt does lock in for Mikasa. The stacks are going to start building now. Turtle up in 4 seconds. BTK, go for it. I mean, knowing BTK, I think they are going to go for it. And I think, like I said, man, Gosu Nighthorde, I think, can win out in terms of these objectives. They just need to watch out for the big way of the dragon.
Yeah, but this is going to be a full 5v5 this time in the turtle pit. Right now, you are seeing Zia rush in, doing a lot of damage with the blood. And the flowing blood.
Double kill.
A double kill. Chick falls alongside
bahaya banget. Retri ya mati sih.
Again on this Martis 3-0 and 0. Look at Shark traversing across the map, but it's not really gonna buy BTK anytime. This turtle will be going over to Gosu.
Turtle kedua dapat lagi Gosu.
In the books for Nighthorde. At this point, they're feeling good. They're feeling confident. Oh my God!
Mati. Oh, tidak juga.
Just gonna be able to get away.
Masih bisa.
Yeah, there's a shark in the water, and he plans to keep on swimming. Gonna go ahead and recall back to the base. 3-1 lead in favor for Gosu Nighthorde. 2 turtles on their side as well. Looking to possibly find an opportunity to open up this map. We have yet to really see the Yss Shin have an impact this game. Down on the top side as well with the Alice Phobias matchup.
All right, so now Omifo finally really pushing in, getting aggressive, looking for blue buffs, maybe even looking for purple buffs down the line. And this is exactly what they need to do. Omifo also just got the breastplate in, so a little bit of defensiveness to where he can hang out even longer. That Martis is going to become more and more trouble, and he's not going to fall off for another 6 or 7 minutes, especially if they don't get any kills on him.
Mobazane is going to be able to take the turret on the bot side, even though they might not win these engagements in terms of clashing. If BTK can beat them to the objectives, if they can get to these turrets and get the separation and make the most out of it, that is how they'll be able to tip the skills in their favor. You're already seeing the Casa drop down about 50% HP. There goes that Mountain Shocker as well, which means there is no element of surprise for Gosu.
Aduh, di ekspansi. Lepas dong, purple-nya. Kalau nggak mati. Hampir mati. Waduh, fried chicken yang mati bang. Wih, hampir mati Mobazane loh. Banyak banget.
4-1 lead for Gosu, and now pushing over to the mid lane, may be able to take this tier 3 turret. They're going in for Zane, trying to clear them out.
Mati tuh. Mati dia. Kejar. Skill 2. Aduh. Flicker ya? Oh, flicker Zia-nya.
Zia able to sustain himself, able to turn the tide back in their favor, and Shark will find Mikasa.
Finally, BTK comes out on top in a team fight. Zia getting involved. Zia could end up being a problem for Gosu Nighthorde. I think the only answer that Gosu Nighthorde really has for it is Legend on the Lunox to maybe shred down. As long as Zia has good positioning into a few members, then once you get the Winter Crown in, it's even more of a problem. Zia just locked in Starlium Scythe. Zia now in the fray.
Yeah, in the fray, in the heart of the battle, and I'm offended. Double setup from Dez. There goes Zia though with that blood ode. Oh my foe will be able to get the Lord for Gosu Nighthorde, but now
pertama
they need to get
didapetin
out
oleh
of
tim
there.
Gosu guys. Waduh. Mobazane atau BTK malah dapat kill. Double kill. Sudon triple kill. Triple kill. Lagi minyak hampir ya. Wop, datang Zia-nya. Skill 1. Sap, loncat balik. Mountain Shocker. Dapat Lord jadi, tapi jadi Lord giveaway. Malah turret bawah hancur itu. Oke, BTK masih bisa menghalang Lord ya. Lord pertama, Lord giveaway guys.
Outputting some decent damage, able to dance back and forth for a second. It felt like, oh, my foe had that fight in the bag. But Zia, Mobazane, and the rest of the team turned that around.
Yeah, with that contest on that Lord and also able to rack up some kills and also take a tier 2 turret on the bot side, they've definitely evened out this economy, but it's not going to stop Night Horde from trying to push in. Right now, both sides battling over this tier 3 turret in the mid lane. This is going to be deciding who has ground control, who will be able to invade with ease. But with that tier 2 and 3 bursted down on the bot side, the map is bleeding red for the Bloodthirsty Kings.
Stadium Alisnya, Lunoxnya udah 2 tuh. Logan sama Finish One. Alis dia di COD, Clock of Destiny. Martis, Sky Pierces, Brute Force, War X. Sementara ISS-nya War X, Hunter Strike, Endless Battle, True Damage sama penetrasi. Lambada. Aduh, tidak bisa Lambada ternyata.
Providing these objectives for their team.
Buar.
But right now, with that Mountain Shocker connecting to all members and slowing them down as well, you're starting to see BTK get online. It was a little bit of a slower start in the beginning, definitely more of a dominating early game from the side of Night Horde. But the later this goes, it's starting to tip in favor for the Bloodthirsty Kings, and that's not something that Gosu Night Horde can allow.
I will also say this, Mobazane's getting more and more comfortable on this YSS. I feel like there's been times where he'll pick picks like this, you know, like the YSS
Penjemin mata.
or something that everyone wants to see.
Semenit atau 2 menit tidur nih guys.
Taken out early game, and that confidence that we're seeing from him right now kind of falls off. But right now he's got a couple kills under his belt. He's 3-0-3. He had a good farming experience early on. We're seeing him kind of press the advance in a lot of these attacks.
Rotasi lagi
not
ke
as
Lord.
worried, which I think is a good thing for him as long as he's able to keep popping off.
It's also the Mountain Shocker, having that on your side to be able to spot out where all 5 members are for the side of Gosu Night Horde.
Kedua, siapa yang dapat?
Very worry-free
Aduh,
on rotating
Rubinya
across
udah
the
turun
map
ke
because
bawah.
they don't have to worry about some pickoffs.
Kena
Speaking
tendang.
of pickoffs, way the drag connecting sharp with the G-Kondo as well. But a lot of damage was brought back from Gosu.
Martis ya double kill. Oke,
Play Legend taking down Shark.
Wah,
Down
Ratai.
Make that 3 as Mikasa finds Chicken. Who forces to the tier 3 turret in the mid lane.
Tiba rata pemain
in the
BTK
bush,
guys.
uses the
3
Mountain
pemainnya.
But forced to disengage from the Lord Pit. He may want to let
Jangan
this one
dipaksa,
go.
Mobazane.
Not in a position to be able to withstand the full 5-man team of
Balik
Gosu.
lagi.
Yeah, they go just a little
Janganlah.
bit too deep
Ah,
there. The
bisa.
big knockup connects from Alcyone and the Circling Eagle. Pair that up with Mikasa and Oh My Foe, and the damage was unreversible. Now Zane back to giving up buffs, back to letting Gosu Night Horde back in control.
Yeah, and can they keep this control? It's not by much, but it definitely can work in their favor. Legend able to take the tier 3 turret. Earth Shatter dropping down for the knockup. Chicken
Dapat
able to
Lord,
take down. Oh
malah
my
Gosunya banyak
God.
mati.
My goodness, brilliant activated.
2 mati,
It's an easy
3
escape for
mati.
Legend. Zane will find Dez. BTK
Oke,
on
2
the
ya.
chase.
Mega
Now
kill
pushing
lu.
the mid lane, should be able to
Ya,
burst
kasih.
down this Lord Shark with a good positioning to proxy off.
Aduh, nggak dapat Lord, malah dapat turret mid dan dapat kill. Aduh, gimana ini Gosunya?
Man, it feels like the Lords are cursed right now. Every time Night Horde gets one, BTK gets another tower or two. It's back and
Kan
forth right
ketika
now. I
Gosu
think
dapat
either team has the
Lord
play
malah
potential to bring on the full
siapa
fight.
malah
We've seen both teams get 3-mans, 4-mans.
BTK-nya yang dapat
And I think the first
turret.
team that really wipes out the opponent is going to be the decider of this one.
And right now it's 9-8, so
sendirian.
it's not too far ahead in
2 orang.
terms of kills. It's a battle of cat and mouse for both sides, but we got to figure out which one's the cat and which one's the mouse with how back and forth this game is going. 5 turrets though for the Bloodthirsty Kings.
That's a lot. I mean, Gosu Nighthorde, that is one thing that they're lacking on. They may have had control. They're not too far behind in gold, but I think they need a little more space in the map. They need to start hurrying down into that bottom lane. The problem is they're running a composition where they want to all stick together, and no one's really going for the macro play right now.
Ooh, Winter Crown by Zia. Buy him a little bit of time with the lower coils, Azura's Wrath,
Us,
and the
mati
decimation.
Zia.
Too much to deal with the way the Dragon Shark
Hamster
pulling up to
tebal
the
di
party
SS
with
ya, guys.
Mobazane. And they're knocking
Shutdown
down
kah?
Pinata as Mikasa will fall.
Siapa itu
Fried
ketekan?
Chicken very low. Oh my foe will
Oh.
find Shark Coon to respond back. Takes
Waduh,
down
shutdown
Oh My Foe.
nukirnya
Dez
Mobazane.
find Zane, both junglers out of the playing field.
Oh,
Chicken
mati
will
juga
take down
chickennya.
Dez. Legend
Hun,
will take down
asal dia dapet
Chicken.
Hun.
Hun, all by
Oh,
himself. Needs to get out of there, but Alcyon
Paksain 2
will
versus
shut him
1.
down. A full wipeout
White up,
against
guys.
BTK.
BTK-nya.
Alcyon Legend left standing.
I cursed it. I'm like, let's see who gets the first wipeout. And for a second there, it felt like BTK had that fight in their hands. But once Mobazane got locked up by Dez, taking out Legend and Alcyon were able to clean
Siapa dapat?
things up, going for another
Anjay.
able to just snap.
Alice dapet lasit.
He was able to steal that last second with the
Wah,
floating
bisa
blood.
nge-spam multi
Very
dong.
impressive, and at least it didn't go over to Gosu's side, which still works for BTK, but it's not going to stop Nighthorde from pushing in the turret on the side. You kind of mentioned they need to put that pressure
Oh, Shakir dan
into
win.
the map. They need to start opening up these lanes.
Yeah, I mean, they finally do get that lane
Kelot
loss
ke
out,
3 ya.
but still,
Apakah akan
they
dapat
need a
lagi
little more
Gosunya
space,
atau
and until
bisa
they get
didapetin
that
oleh
space,
BTK?
still has plenty of room to
Mobazane.
move their jungle. They have plenty of room to move around the map. They have plenty of room
Sangat-sangat
to find angles
nyantu.
when approaching fights against Gosu Nighthorde. Zia continues to kind of hammer down from the side, finding a
Malefic.
way into the back. Same thing with Shark. Look at his position on the map right
mantap,
now. They're waiting for the big play.
Oke,
to
team
catch them
fight,
off guard.
team fight. Aduh, kelihatan
Now
lagi
we're
Alice
about
di atas.
40% HP. Zane
Dilawan dah.
tries to get in position for a
Buset,
Reggie
gue yang
play.
bayangin
Mikasa
sama
with the
Povius
zone control.
ISS-nya,
Oh my
guys.
God, will be able to get the Lord. Zane forced into the
Wih,
bot side.
dijajak war.
The Mountain Stalker decides to
Oke,
re-engage,
dapat
wins the
Mikasa,
kill,
Zen,
takes down
Mobazane.
Mikasa with the
Artis
a
juga
blood
double
flood.
kill
He'll be able to
YSS-nya,
get
shutdown
Trace the
Lunox-nya
Zia,
sama
taking
Zia,
down Legend.
triple
Get the
kill
triple kill,
Mobazane
finds
lagi,
Oh My
guys.
Foe. Trying to get to LC1, Zia
White up
trying
dah.
to close the distance.
Das.
Shark with the G-Gun don't knock him. Who's
So,
in position for
Zia
the
maunya.
damage? Will secure the
Dapat
wipeout
Lord 3
against
malah.
While Mobazane
White up.
clears this
Dibalas
Lord
white up ya
in
guys
the
ya.
mid lane.
White up dibalas white up.
Three lords for
Iya,
Gosu Nighthorde.
3 Lord
But
kata
BTK
Kesari kan. Iya, setiap dapat
still
Lord
winning
Gosu
out on the game.
ada yang mati,
It's 10 seconds till
free
Legend comes up for
giveaway.
Mikasa.
Game
BTK
Lord
might
kedua
try to share.
dapat, mati
Looks
juga.
like this
Game
should
ketiga,
be a
Lord
closer
ketiga dapat,
Mikasa
mati
spawning in
lagi.
time, but has
End
to
dong.
clear out these minions. A matter of
Comeback.
seconds. Time Gosu does not have. And BTK.
Oke guys, selamat untuk BTK yang menang di game kedua atas tim Gosu Nighthorde. Satu langkah lagi, Gosu akan memastikan BTK akan memastikan langkahnya ke grand final kalau menang ya guys ya. Dan akan bertemu nanti dengan Cloud9 lagi. Sampai jumpa guys, jangan lupa seperti biasa dibantu like, comment, share, dan subscribe. Sampai jumpa, dadah guys.